All right, hello everybody. Oh my, what the hell happened to my hair? It was fine when I walked in and sat down, and now it's all screwed up. Look at this. I must have hit my head or whacked it or something. Whatever. My hair's going to be messed up for this video, I guess. Hello everyone, and welcome to the Weekend Preview. Today is Sunday, March 12th, 2017. Getting back into the groove of things in the schedule. A lot to talk about this coming week in regards to a lot of things. First of all, ongoing playthroughs, a new playthrough for Patrons' Choices starting this week. Streaming being a lot different now. I want to talk a little bit about that because this past week so much happened that I completely changed up my streaming schedule and all of that. I've got updates on a lot of things, including my status now with getting my channels partnered, my Teespring, a lot to talk about in this week in preview, okay? But the one thing I want to say before we even start with discussions here is thank you for being supportive. Thank you during this incredible time of transition and uncertainty for kind of being there for me. Whether it's you're here live on streams, you're still watching my videos on YouTube, you sent me nice messages over social media. Tons of people emailed me personally this past couple of weeks and basically just said, keep your head up, keep going. You know it's going to work out no matter what happens. Something's going to work out here. You've been on YouTube, you know, for 8+ years. Something's going to work and you're going to be able to keep doing this. So thank you to everyone who did kind of stick up for me, who's been, you know, rooting for me. The good news is, I made a vlog a couple days ago about this. So far, so good. Stuff's going all right. So I'll get everyone caught up right now real quick in the beginning of this video. DSP Gaming is now in a new partnership. I've left Machinima. They're gone. On DSP Gaming, I'm in a new partnership. The bad part about it is, sadly, I'm not in a managed partnership anymore, so I'm getting a bunch of content ID claims. Namely, it's for stuff with music, like for example, WWE games. They usually have licensed music. Those are getting claimed. Any sandbox game, for example, a few videos of my Watch Dogs 2 playthrough got claimed. Everything Nintendo. Literally every Nintendo video I've uploaded is getting claimed now. Does it suck? Yeah. I don't agree with it. It's bullshit. It's double dipping. I've already paid to play those games, the licensing fee by buying it. Therefore, you shouldn't be able to double dip because I made a video of the game. But I digress. It's what happens with YouTube. When you're not in a managed partnership, you have to deal with this stupid bullshit. And I knew this was going to happen leaving Machinima. I knew I was going to have to face this. But the good news is the transition was smooth. For one day, DSP Gaming had no ads. But it took about 7 hours. YouTube did a add all process where basically it added ads to all my videos once I was partnered with the new company. And within, it took about 7.5 hours, it added ads to about 42,000 videos. About 1,000 were rejected for various reasons, but about 42,000 videos got advertisements. So that's a great thing. It means that when you are watching stuff on DSP Gaming, unless it's Nintendo, pretty much everything you watch, I am getting credit for now. So I know some people were worried, oh man, Phil's not going to have ads now for a week or whatever. How's that going to work? No, it's fine now, and everything seems to be working smoothly. It seems to be a smooth transition with no issues. Funny enough, as soon as I sign up with this company, immediately I'm contacted by 2 other companies saying they're interested in signing me. And I'm like, well, where were you last week when I was making a video that I was desperate and I was looking for another partnership? You waited too long, you know? The good news is, though, that all these contracts they offer now for YouTube for partnership, none of them lock you in. None of them commit you to anything. So at any point, if I actually end up getting a better offer than what I'm in right now for any of my YouTube channels, I can actually, within a couple weeks, usually you're able to be released and go with someone else. So unlike what I was in with Machinima, this is a much better situation right now. Of course, the bad part is it's not a managed partnership, and that's the negative, okay? So that's the good news with DSP Gaming and everything going there. As you know, if you've been watching the videos this week, if you've been watching my streams this week, a much different situation, a much different attitude, and most people have given me nothing but positive feedback. There's been a few who admittedly are a little angry at the changes. I don't even say angry, more upset or disappointed at the changes, because for 8 years, right, I made videos a certain way. I picked up a controller, and I sat there, and I pretended like no one was there with me, like it was just me in a room playing the game, isolated, and commentating on the game, and that was it. And very rarely did I ever do anything outside the box, like interact with someone who was watching live or do anything like that. And now things are changing, you know? I hate to say it, and I said this on Twitter actually last night, but I'll say it here in this video. We've come to the point where I've literally tried every possible thing that I can on YouTube, okay? Whether it was, you know, lengthening my videos, shortening my videos, changing the tags, changing the titles of the videos, With KO Gaming this past year, I tried to do something completely different and try to make detailed reviews with more, thumbnails and titles that are attractive to the common YouTube viewer, and it worked for like a month. Remember that 1 month when a couple videos went viral, and then after that, it died out again. And basically, the bottom line is, on YouTube, if you're not already famous, or if you don't adhere to the very strict formula of what everyone else does to be famous, you cannot be successful anymore. And that's sad, because what YouTube has become is every channel is the same. Every channel you see almost the same exact kind of gameplay, because that's the only kind that's successful. So everyone emulates the one successful formula, you get no variety, and all of YouTube stagnates and becomes the same thing. I don't agree with that. I've always wanted to be different, but I've tried as much as I can. I'm sorry, I just can't make it work anymore where I'm 100% making a living on YouTube. I don't think it's viable anymore. I don't. Google has completely changed the business model so many times that only if you are this one kind of person and one kind of content creator can you be successful on YouTube, and that's fucking sad. So what I got to do is I got to change, I've got to adapt, I've got to diversify. First of all, I got to stop putting all my eggs in one basket, because for how many years it was always me and YouTube, and everything else was a side thing, right? I had Twitch, but that was a side thing. I had Patreon, but that was a side thing. What I need to do is diversify now so it's not all hinging on YouTube anymore, all right? And I did that this week. This one past week was the major change where I shifted my streaming style to be more reactionary and more reacting and interacting with people on the live streams. You're now seeing all my gameplay videos. You got these pop-up notifications when people are cheering or subbing or using leaving tips. That's another big thing. Now you can leave tips when you're watching my Twitch streams, which you can never do until this week. Lots of changes, all right? I understand that it's a big shock to a lot of people, especially those who've been with me since the beginning, and they're like, oh my god, I always liked the uninterrupted Phil, hyper-focused on the game. Now it's different. But for the most part, the actual overwhelming feedback I received this week was that it's great, that I'm more engaged in my playthroughs now. I seem to be enjoying myself a lot more and having more fun and laughing more. And that's what people are watching. Yes, yeah, you want to see the game, but you also want to see the person playing the game having a good time and not seem like they're going through the motions or whatever. And people have been telling me the stuff I'm playing this week, Zelda and Nier, the streams have been great. People are loving the content I'm putting out, okay? And by the way, not just if you're there live. If you watch the stream, the archive back on Twitch, or if you watch the videos I'm putting out on YouTube, people are saying it still comes through. It's more positive, it's better quality at this point than what I put out for years, because it's not just me sitting here like myself in a room playing the game for myself. Instead, it seems like because of the interaction and because of everything going on that I'm more positive, I'm more excited and engaged, and the videos themselves are more exciting and engaging to the common viewer. Yeah, so I'm pleased with that. Listen, it's hard. I'm not going to be honest here. It's not easy. It's not easy at all here to do this. I've done this one way for 8 years, and completely changing up my style to a brand new style is not an easy thing. In particular, for me, someone who's always done it one way. I mean, I even have mentally in my head, like, I know when to stop and start recording videos, and now I have to change all that and everything. Everything's changing, okay? But in my opinion, for the better, because the result is, this past week, streams have been great. I've got good attendance on streams. People are participating in the streams. The streams have been profitable to the point, and I'm going to be, kind of honest here. If I can keep streaming at the level I'm doing right now daily, it looks to me like even with the decline in revenue that I've had on YouTube because of all the bullshit they put me through by lowering my ad revenue and all that, looks like it might even out. And then, of course, you got Teespring, which launched last week. That's been doing great. I looked it up this morning. I sold over 45 items and counting. People are still buying actively. Every day, someone's buying items. I just launched Wave 2 of new merch. There's all new logos, new stuff on there right now. New products, too. Teespring added new products. If you didn't check this out yet, check it out. If you only checked it out once a week ago, check it out again. There's all new stuff on there. I think you're going to like it, okay? So between the changes to Twitch and all that, I'm hoping it's not really going to matter that much that my YouTube ad revenue is down now. And it's going to give me more freedom and more flexibility and more positivity to come to work every morning and come in. I'm going to play a fun stream with everyone today and have that good attitude rather than in the back of my head have it always lingering, oh no, the views are down. Oh no, I'm not making ad revenue. Oh no. Because that's what's been happening to me for the past 2.5 years. I'm not going to lie here. Ever since I moved to Washington State, it was like setback after setback after setback and all things out of my control that I couldn't fucking fix. That's the most frustrating part. It's like false copyright strikes and YouTube changing search algorithms and all this and that and all stuff I can't do anything about because I have one kind of business. And unless you want me to completely change the fucking business from what it is to something else, like I said, GE, General Electric, very successful business making electronics. Well, they weren't doing so well anymore, so they changed it to be a finance company. That's great, but I don't want to be a finance company. You know what I mean? I don't want to be that one type of video that every other YouTuber fucking does. I've always done it a different way. That's what I enjoy doing. That's the point. So I don't want to change over to that, all right? At least with the streaming. Here's the thing. At least with the live streaming, if I can make the vast majority of my income from Twitch rather than YouTube, then it doesn't matter if the videos are raw gameplay or not, because guess what? It doesn't matter how much money I'm really making on YouTube. It matters more what's going on with Twitch, all right? So I want to say thank you to everyone who's checked out the Twitch streams. Even if you didn't and you're still watching this stuff on YouTube, thank you, because I still need people watching the videos on YouTube as that supplementary income. What I'm hoping is, let's say give it 2-3 months. If I keep doing well on Twitch like I'm doing now, maybe that'll go boop, and then it won't even matter about YouTube anymore. And I won't even have to mention it ever again. How awesome would it be if never once do I have to open a weekly preview or a vlog with, well, here's what's going on with the business, everyone, because everything's down again, and I don't know what's going to happen. Now, how am I going to pay my bills? Imagine if I never have to do that again. That'd be fucking sweet. And it's looking up right now. At least from the results of the past week, it's looking pretty good, okay? But that being said, I just want everyone to understand, don't take it for granted, because I'm not, and I'm certainly not taking it as a certainty that it's going to continue. I've noticed this week a few people went to Patreon and were like, oh, Phil's doing good on Twitch, and they all pulled their pledges from Patreon. That's not good. This is very important, because this right here is consistent income I'm getting every month, and I'm super appreciative of everyone who is doing that still. By the way, I'm actually filming a couple private Q&A videos tonight, so if you were owed one from the month of February, I'm going to be filming those tonight and sending those out, FYI. But what I'm nervous about now is, I see Phil is doing good on Twitch, so, well, he doesn't need this anymore, and they come over to Patreon, and they all pull their pledges. Now, guess what? So I made more money on Twitch, but it all got taken away from Patreon, so it didn't matter. It negated itself, and now, again, I'm in the same financial straits that I was. So please, if you still like what I'm doing, you're enjoying the content, you were already a patron, please don't take it for granted. And if you want to go the extra mile, maybe you don't care whatsoever about Twitch. You're not going to watch the live streams on Twitch, but you still like the vlogging, you still like the videos on DSP Gaming. In that format, that's the way to go if you want to go above and beyond, all right? Keep in mind, you get personal perks and everything for it, all right? So there you have it. That's kind of the deal. Things are going well right now for the first week I've tried this new thing. I'm hoping I can keep it up. It needs to be consistent. It needs to be like that every day in order for this to work out, okay? That being said, this week we're starting up a Patron's Choice playthrough. Because of a goal in January that was hit, we're doing a Patron's Choice playthrough starting this week, Danganronpa. I'm going to talk a little bit about that in a moment, because I'm not live streaming that at all, and I'll explain why, because some people might be like, what the hell? You just started live streaming, you said it's great, now you're not going to do the Patron's Choice playthrough on stream? No, and I'm going to explain why. It's actually an extenuating circumstance why I need to not do that on a stream, okay? Alright, so that being said, folks, there's one final thing I want to talk about before I get to the schedule, and that's the patron stuff for March, okay? Typically, every month I give you a goal. I say, if we hit the funding level on Patreon for this month, here's the celebratory goal that we're going to do, okay? I've done it every month. Right now, people who pledged in February are actually nominating some of the worst games ever, okay, for an upcoming marathon that's going to take place sometime in April. In fact, I'm going to give it one more week, so if you were a patron in February and you're still waiting, a lot of patrons need to have their forum accounts upgraded and stuff. All that's going to be taking place tonight. I'm taking everyone's information, getting it together, submitting it tonight, and then by the middle of this week, you should have that, and you could nominate the games, all right? Then I'm going to make a poll, and there'll be voting and all that. It always goes on behind the scenes, and then in April, we'll have our marathon. For March, I'm going to be honest with everyone, I don't want to do a goal. And the reason I don't want to do a goal is because I don't want to make a promise to anyone that I can't live up to. I've done it before by accident. Like, for example, 2 years ago, I had this goal where I thought I was going to make a trailer for a reboot of Project 7. And then everything went to hell in a handbasket that summer with the false copyright strikes and everything. And by the end of the summer, I was like, I'm just not up to it. I'm just not up to doing this anymore. I have other things I have to focus on. People are telling me to work on this instead of that, and they don't even care about it. And that was one of the few times when I didn't come through on a Patreon goal, and I felt really bad about it, and I ended up rolling it next month. I basically gave the goal away for free the month after that, but, it sucked, and I don't want to do that again. I don't want to promise everyone, we're going to do this great event, and the next thing you know, it doesn't work out with the live streaming every day on Twitch anymore. Maybe it doesn't stay consistent like I was hoping, or something, even worse goes wrong on YouTube. You know what I mean? Who knows at this point? So at this point for the month of March, I'm going to do this. I really appreciate those who pledge. You're still going to get all your perks and everything. But for the month of March, I'm not going to do a Patreon goal. Because the last thing I want to do is promise you something. We hit the goal, and then guess what? Everything goes wrong, and then come April or May, I got to stop doing this. And now I can't even live up to the goal. All right? That wouldn't be fair to you. So I'm not going to do that. So I would say for this month, please, if you were just pledging for a goal, okay, but this month, they're still going to get your perks and all the great stuff, and it still helps me tremendously, all right? So please consider pledging, or if you're a pledge, please keep your pledges for this month if you can. I need that support to see what's going to happen here with this big transition that I'm in the middle of, all right? Now let's get to this week's schedule, because this week's going to be interesting. We got 2 playthroughs going on right now, all right? And there's going to be a third starting up, the Patron's Choice playthrough. So the 2 playthroughs going on right now, Zelda Breath of the Wild and Nier Automata. Now, here's the deal with these playthroughs. Number 1, Zelda. I'm really liking Zelda. I think it's one of the best Zelda games they've ever made, in my opinion, so far, because they actually listened to all the fucking feedback over the years of people saying, you know, Nintendo, it's great that you do things your own way, but you're still making games thinking like it's 1996 instead of realizing it's 2017, and your games are massively outdated. They don't even have common things that other games have anymore, and you need to basically modernize your franchise. So what they did, they modernized the living fuck out of Zelda. They literally gave it 100 modern things that are in this kind of RPG, and the game feels so different because of it, but it still feels innately a Nintendo game because it is a first-party Nintendo franchise with all the lore and everything in there. So that's why I think Zelda is so good. That's why everyone's a buzz about Zelda right now. I'm really enjoying playing Zelda. Problem, though, I can't monetize any YouTube videos with Zelda because I'm not in a managed partnership anymore. Every video that I upload to YouTube immediately gets claimed by Nintendo, and they steal all the ad revenue. And I'm going to say that again. They steal all the ad revenue because Nintendo has 0 legal rights to the ad revenue on any Let's Play video because the Let's Play videos are transformative works. You cannot make a Let's Play video without having significant input from the gamer. So at the very least, even if I would even concede that Nintendo should get some of the ad revenue of the video, they sure as fuck shouldn't get it all. But that's what they do with everyone who makes Nintendo videos on YouTube. They steal 100% of the ad revenue. It's theft, it's illegal, but until someone sues them, nothing's ever going to be done about it. So, it sucks because I'm really liking Zelda. I know the game's incredibly long. My session today was amazing. Today I went to the first dungeon, did all this cool epic stuff, solved puzzles, fought the first major boss, having a blast. Everyone on stream loved it. You know, had good viewership and everything. And then I realized, man, well, the stream was great. Thank God the stream made some money. But when I go to upload this to YouTube, I get nothing out of it. 0, zilch, all right? So here's what I am going to do with Zelda. Moving forward, when I play Zelda on Twitch, it's going to be primarily for Twitch focused, okay? I'm going to leave it archived on Twitch. So you can watch the whole stream, even with Stream Chat embedded. It actually comes with Stream Chat embedded when you watch the highlights that I'm going to leave on my Twitch channel, okay? Which, by the way, is twitch.tv/darksydephil. That link is in the description of this video. But, yeah, if you want to see Zelda right away once I've done a stream, you can watch it over there, and an ad will play, and I'll actually make a little bit of money when you watch the Zelda streams over there, okay? Watching it on YouTube, I make nothing. I am going to still continue to upload the videos to YouTube, but it's certainly not going to be a massive priority. Why am I going to rush to put Zelda on YouTube when Nintendo steals my revenue? So I will do it, but it may be at a staggered pace where I try to lure you to go to the streams and go to my Twitch page first. Then maybe after a day, I'll upload the Zelda video. So perfect example, the videos have all been staggered a day. Yesterday, what I uploaded was from the day before. Today, I uploaded Nier Automata to DSP Gaming, which was yesterday's stream. And then today... tomorrow I'll upload the Zelda videos from today. See what I mean? Everything's like a day staggered, so it's kind of like gearing you to go to the Twitch channel first if you can, and then if not, watch the stuff on DSP Gaming, okay? I'm not going to hold it against anyone if you're watching the playthrough on DSP Gaming. It's not your fault that Nintendo's a thief, all right? And they have such horrible anti-gamer practices, and they're just fucking so ass-backward as a game developing company. It's not your fault. So that's why I'm not punishing you. No, the videos are still going to go on DSP Gaming. Just understand that's why it's at this weird pace, and it's a lot different than I would normally do a playthrough, okay? So there you have it. That's what's going on with Zelda. Nier Automata. I'm pleasantly surprised with how much I'm liking this game. The game is refreshing and different. It's a combination of many different genres. I really like the game. But from what everyone's telling me, apparently to get to the true ending of the game, you have to play it 3 fucking times. 3 times. Now, allow me to explain to you why that would be a crazy daunting task. That's probably not going to happen. The game itself to beat is around 10 to 12 hours long from what I'm told. So maybe 1 or 2 more streams and I'll beat the game my first run, all right? Then apparently the second run, you do all the same exact gameplay, only you're playing as a different character. So it's the same exact game, only it's like playing it, like instead of playing Devil May Cry with Dante, now you're playing with Virgil. Then, once you beat the game a second fucking time, so that's 24 hours of gameplay, now you get to do the third playthrough, which is the real one, where there's all new content. What the fuck kind of formula is that? And I know, listen, I know that these game developers have been doing this ever since back in Drakengard and the original Nier. Apparently, this has always been a thing they've done. Sorry, that doesn't really work or jive with what I do for work, for business. I can't. If I was only playing Nier for 3 fucking weeks, yeah, I could do 3 playthroughs of it. But there's other stuff going on people want to see. If I just play Nier, people will get bored and move on, and that's going to shut everything down. So, I didn't know this when I got the game, by the way. I didn't know you had to do 3 freaking playthroughs to actually get the full game. So, I'm committing to playing it and beating it at least once. Even when I ever get a chance to do a second or third run, maybe in the future, there's no way I'm doing it now, because I'm still playing Zelda. I gotta finish Nier, and this week, starting this week, I'm starting up my Patron's Choice playthrough of the visual novel Danganronpa, excuse me. Apparently, it's a murder mystery story that's very, very popular among certain circles, and, you know, especially those who like Japanese culture and this style of game. I didn't know anything about it, but once again, the patrons nominated and voted for it, and it won the Patron's Choice poll for January, okay? Much like Persona 4, I knew nothing about it, won that poll, ended up being an epic playthrough, and now I'm playing all the Persona games, right? Kind of the same deal here. But there's a problem. Danganronpa takes 24 hours to complete. I'm not kidding. I looked it up on how long to beat. It takes 24 hours. So just think about how many sessions of gameplay I'm going to have to do to beat Danganronpa. The good news is, Danganronpa is a downtime Patron's Choice playthrough. This is not a major focus where you're gonna, oh my god, Phil's just playing Danganronpa for the next week. No, nothing like that at all. It's always gonna be something that I balance with something else that people really want to see, okay? But that being said, that's gonna take a ton of fucking time for me to finish. Think about that, okay? The other thing about Danganronpa is that because it is a visual novel, it is incredibly narrative-based, and it lends itself massively to spoilers. Meaning, if I'm live streaming on Twitch, and, oh, you know, I'm interacting with the stream chat, and I'm doing shout-outs, all of a sudden, someone leaves a 50-cent cheer, right? 50 cents, which is nothing for them, and it says, oh, by the way, in the final chapter, this person is the killer, and this and that, and this, would completely fuck up the entire playthrough. Everyone would be spoiled, the whole game would suck, right? So I'm not doing that. I'm committing that I'm going to play Danganronpa offline. I will not live stream it, which means it's going to usually be what I play at nighttime. Okay, maybe two and a half hours a night, I'll be playing Danganronpa. Not every night, but every once in a while, you know, maybe two times a week, maybe 3 times a week, we'll see. I'll be doing that. That being said, as you can see now, the game's 24 hours long. I'm only going to be playing, 4 or 5 hours a week of it, maybe, you know, we'll see. It's going to take a long fucking time to complete, you know, months or more, maybe over a month. So, Zelda, which is incredibly long, Nier Automata, Danganronpa. That's a lot of stuff to juggle right now. There's no way I could do another playthrough of Nier Automata. It's just not going to happen. And then, of course, you got to keep in mind, this particular week coming up, there's no major new releases at all this week. So the good news is, I get to juggle Zelda and Nier on stream, and then at night, I'll probably play some Danganronpa. Maybe every once in a while, I'll stop to do a new video for KO Gaming or something like that. But for the most part, that's my plan. That's what I've planned for the next week or so. Until the big one, the one everyone's waiting for, the one that undoubtedly tons of people, much like my other classic playthroughs that have sequels, like Fallout 4. Remember how many people came back to DSP Gaming after being years away to see me play Fallout 4? I kind of foresee that happening again with Mass Effect Andromeda, because my Mass Effect 2 and 3 playthroughs, some people are saying those are the ones that people saw that got me popular on YouTube, and that's how they heard about me. They watched and saw me play Mass Effect, and they can't wait for me to play the new one. I personally am super hyped for Andromeda. I've stayed away from spoilers. I don't know much about it at all. I'm purposely doing that as I don't want it. I want it to feel like an original, unique experience live with everyone as I play it, rather than me spoiling everything ahead of time, which a lot of people tend to do. I've stayed away from it. So I'm really excited for Mass Effect Andromeda. That being said, I have 3 games I'm playing right now before we even get to it. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to do, my goal here would maybe be to try to finish my first run of Nier Automata this week. Keep going with Zelda as far as I can, and then start Danganronpa and play it by ear and see how far we've gotten with all that by next week, okay? So, now let's get to the concrete schedule for this week so you know what to expect. And then we'll talk a little bit about next week, because Mass Effect, I'm going to do something special for everyone, okay? So, this week, tonight, right after I film this weekly preview, I'm doing patron stuff. I have a private Q&A video to film. I got to do patron upgrades for February, all that stuff. That's what I'm doing tonight, okay? Tomorrow, on stream, it's going to be a double dose, 2 streams on Monday, because I have no edited content or anything to put out. I don't have really anything to work on at night. So on Monday, I want to do 2 streams on Twitch. I haven't done this yet. Since I've adopted my new streaming method, I haven't done 2 streams on Twitch, okay? So we'll see how this goes. Now, it seems like everyone is pushing me to do Zelda again as the first stream, especially because today's session, I got so far in Zelda, I ended up getting to, the first major dungeon and all that, and now people are excited to see more. So what I'm thinking for, what I'm pushing for, is that I'll probably do Zelda on my first gameplay stream tomorrow, so that'll be around 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I have to throw that out there. Today, Daylight Saving Time happened in the Americas. So what that means is, as of today, I'm streaming 1 hour earlier than I was yesterday. And a lot of people didn't realize that, even though I talked about it until I was blue in the face all over on social media and even here in the weekly preview. A lot of people weren't aware of that, and ended up being, people weren't there when the stream started this morning. That's okay, but understand, I'm streaming now 11 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, which is 1 hour earlier than I was streaming this last week, okay? So it started this morning, so it's going to continue tomorrow. So Zelda starting then, 4+ gameplay hours of Zelda. All right, then when that stream ends, what I'm going to do, I'm going to upload the Zelda videos from yesterday to DSP Gaming, okay? Then at night, tomorrow night, Monday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, I'm going to be streaming Nier Automata for around 2 hours or so. So tomorrow's going to be over 6+ hours of live streaming gameplay on my Twitch channel, all right? Hope to see many of you out there. Again, if the streams can keep being profitable the way they've been, then this YouTube issue is not going to be an issue at all, and I could keep doing this for a living. But we need to keep going. We can't be, oh, well, I was there for a couple streams, and now that's it. You know what I mean? People need to keep showing up, and people need to participate when they can. I am getting a lot of followers. I've noticed I've got an increase in followers. Every day now I'm getting more and more, which is awesome, because people were not necessarily, actively following my Twitch channel anymore because it was dormant for so long. It seems that now with all the changes that I'm doing, people are really enjoying the changes, and I'm getting more followers and more people every day. So I hope you'll join me tomorrow. A full day of Twitch streaming, Zelda, and then Nier. And I will be uploading those videos. Well, I'll be uploading some Zelda videos, as well as probably at night, I might even upload some Nier videos. We'll see, to DSP Gaming. Now, Tuesday is my day off for the week. A lot of people got a misconception that I'm taking the same day off every week. Wrong. I even said that up front. I said I'm not taking the same day off every week. I can't. It actually depends on Leanna's work schedule. And this particular week, the best day for us to have a day off is Tuesday. So on Tuesday this week, no live streaming, but there will be videos. What I will do is I'll queue up videos to go live during the day. It's probably going to be whatever's left over, whatever Nier or Zelda or whatever was left over, we'll be going live on DSP Gaming on Tuesday. So even though I will not be live streaming on Tuesday, there'll be new videos on DSP Gaming. Wednesday, we'll flip the script. So because on Monday, I did Zelda on my main stream, Wednesday, it'll be Nier on my main stream. And what I'm hoping for is I can finish up Nier Automata on that stream. And, that'll be, put a fork in it. That's it for now. If I ever get a chance to do a second playthrough, great. But that's going to be my main stream for Wednesday. And then Wednesday night, I'm going to start up Danganronpa, the new version. Apparently, it's out on PS4, all right? Supposedly. I haven't even looked it up yet. But supposedly, it's supposed to be coming out where you can get it digitally and everything. Because they're having a remastered collection of Danganronpa 1 and 2 redone in one game on PS4. So I'm going to be getting that, and I'm going to start that offline gameplay on Wednesday night. So that will be exclusively on DSP Gaming. Will not be live streamed. If you want to see Danganronpa, you have to watch it on DSP Gaming. There'll be no stream chat. There'll be no spoilers, no distractions. Just me hyper-focused on the game for that one, okay? I think you're going to like that. So that's Wednesday night. Thursday, we'll flip it. So Thursday, more Zelda on stream, Danganronpa at night, okay? And that's how I'm going to do it for the rest of the week, kind of flipping it back and forth. Every day, we'll do one or the other game. And, of course, once I finish Nier, like I said, then I'll just be focusing on Zelda for the streams, okay? Now, there's one other thing that may or may not happen this week. I thought it was going to happen this week, but here, let me explain. I was approached by a company to play a game because they saw that I did a lot of PSVR coverage last year. And not a lot of YouTubers did a lot of PSVR coverage like I did, okay? A lot of them did 1 or 2 videos, and that was it. I did extensive playthroughs and stuff of PSVR games. A lot of people didn't do that. So there's a game developer out there who made a game for PSVR, and they wanted to get YouTubers to play it and give it exposure. So they approached me to make a video, and I said, well, understand the kind of videos that I do really aren't what you're thinking. I don't do edited videos or anything like that. I do Let's Plays. So if you wanted me to play your game, great, but I'm going to do an honest Let's Play, you know, and I don't have to play the whole game, but I'll play it maybe for a couple hours one night, and I'll put it out there and give your game some exposure. You know, it's basically a sponsorship deal. They're going to pay me to do this for them because they want their game to get exposure. It's not getting any. I was hoping to have everything in place by this week. Sadly, it hasn't. It's been moving like a slug. And I don't know what's going on, but what I'm hoping for is to get more information on it. And hopefully within the next couple of weeks, maybe I can make that happen. Because, hey, if I can start getting sponsorship deals like that, check out this game. You know, yeah, I'm getting paid to play it, but here's what it is, and here's my honest opinion on it and stuff. Because that's what they told me. They said, you could be honest. You don't have to kiss the game's ass. But obviously, they said, if the game is, you think the game's a piece of shit, then we just won't put out the videos, which is fine with me. If I sit down, the game really is a fucking piece of shit, and I'm not enjoying playing it at all, no, I don't want to put out a sponsored video. That would be pretty dishonest of me. So yeah, I'm very interested in this, but it didn't come together. I thought it was going to be this week. It didn't come together. I don't have any more info on when it's going to happen. So it may or may not happen in the future. That may be something I'm doing, but for now, it looks like it's going to be Zelda, Nier, Danganronpa for the major majority of this week. Okay? Now, let's talk about next week. First of all, next week, I don't know what day I'm taking off. More than likely, it's going to end up being the middle of the week. You know how I'm taking Tuesday off this week? Next week is probably going to end up being like middle of the week again. Okay? Mass Effect Andromeda. I'm getting tons of questions now about it. Phil, are you playing it? Phil, are you going to be doing midnight release? Phil, are you streaming it? How are you going to approach this game? Listen, I am not silly. I realize there's a ton of people out there who want to see me play Mass Effect Andromeda because I played all the other games. And like I said, those are games that are synonymous with my presence on YouTube over the years, much like Fallout. Everyone saw me play Fallout 3 in New Vegas. They wanted to see Fallout 4. Same thing here with Mass Effect Andromeda. So what I'm going to do, if available, which I think it should be, I'm going to do a midnight release. I'm going to, that Monday night, so that would be Monday the 20th of March. As soon as it unlocks, which should be around 9 p.m. my time, 9 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. As soon as it unlocks digitally, I'm going to play it. I'll do a couple hours premiere stream that night. So it will be our first hype Twitch-focused stream of a midnight release. Could be pretty sweet. And then all day that Tuesday, that's the 21st, I'll do 2 streams that day of Mass Effect. So within the first day, you're going to get, you know, what was that, 4, 5, 6, 7, almost 8 hours of Mass Effect gameplay within a day. And yes, I will be uploading all of that to DSP Gaming. So boom, whether you're there for the live stream or if you can only watch it on DSP Gaming, you're going to get that right away. That's going to be really cool, in my opinion. I'm excited for that. I really am looking forward to a new Mass Effect game. I mean, the last one was, what, 2012? The last Mass Effect game was before I did Direct Capture. Holy shit, that was a long time ago. So, I'm pretty pumped to play one, okay? So, yeah, midnight release, streaming, and then what we'll do, we'll play it by ear. We'll see. Do people want to keep seeing Mass Effect all week? Do you want me to balance that with Zelda? Go back to Zelda for a bit, because I know I won't be done with Zelda by then. And we'll go from there, alright? The end of this month, we've got the Dark Souls 3 final DLC. Yeah, I'll be playing it. And, from what I'm going to understand, The Walking Dead Season 3, Episode 3 is coming out at the end of this month, supposedly. Yes, I'm doing that. However, there was one game I was originally going to play that's up in limbo now. MLB, yeah, I know. MLB, Major League Baseball, 17. I was very interested in playing it. I played this 2 years in the past. Haven't played it in a long time, and I think that playing it and, you know, doing especially live streaming, too, trying to play this live stream and everything might be really fun. Problem with that, guess what? Since I'm not in a managed partnership, I can't have any music in my videos anymore, any licensed music. Therefore, I would have to play the game with no music at all. Now, not to say that the music is an absolute huge part of the playthroughs. The core is me playing the baseball game. But the music has been part of the enjoyment of these playthroughs. Remember how I sing the songs, or I make fun of the songs? Remember I name my characters off of songs, like Drake Has No Talent? Certainly that wouldn't have been the name of my character if there wasn't music, licensed music in the games. Sadly, unless I get into a managed partnership, I can't do that anymore. So I don't know how MLB would even work out. Maybe what I'll do is I'll do Dark Souls and, I'll focus on Dark Souls and the episode of Walking Dead first, and then maybe once I'm done with those, if I have some time, maybe I'll squeeze in MLB and balance that out with some other stuff coming up, for example, Persona 5. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see, folks. I can't promise you anything. I don't really know what's going to happen here with all this, because right now, every day, I'm not even kidding you, I'm getting dozens upon dozens of new content ID claims in my email right now from YouTube. I deleted a bunch of them. I'll just give you an example of one, because I'm sure I still got one in here. No, I actually deleted them all. Well, oh yeah, I did. Okay. Some examples of things I've been getting. Every single sandbox game, like I said, that has licensed music. All the sports games I played over the years, including WWE, NBA 2K. The Rockathon that I did, it's all getting claimed and or muted. So, it sucks. It sucks. But hey, that's life. And like I said, that's why I'm pushing forward positively with Twitch rather than relying only on YouTube at this point. Okay? So that was a lot to talk about. This has been a very long week in preview yet again. There was a lot to talk about. I know the changes for some are shocking, or disheartening because you like this one style of video. I'm doing what I need to do to survive. And the bottom line is, rather than see me completely go away, I think people want to see me survive. You've seen me do this for 8 years. You want to see me continue to do this. That's the overwhelming feedback I'm getting from people. I'm doing what I need to do in order to survive. And, that's why I'm so appreciative that people came out with all these positive messages. People are coming out to the streams every day. People are still pledging to Patreon. People checked out the new Teespring store. People are doing everything possible to still support me in this time of uncertainty and fluctuation, okay? I apologize that it is a time of uncertainty and fluctuation. Sadly, I don't control all these factors. I wish I could. If we can keep moving forward positive the way that this week has been, I think we're going to be fine. And, I mean, to the point where if it keeps going up on Twitch, then it might be better than it was. That would be pretty good if you don't have to hear about this negative shit from me ever again, because I'm kind of back to the levels I was around 2012, 2013. Imagine that. If I got back to where I was and now I don't have to worry about this shit anymore and it could just be fun stuff every day shared with you like it used to be, I'd be thrilled. But we got to get there, and we're not there yet, okay? So thanks, everyone, for being patient. Thank you for your support. Looking forward to Zelda, Nier, and Danganronpa this week. If I have anything else to happen, new changes or anything for you, I'll certainly let you know. But for now, that's the deal. Okay? All right, everyone. Thank you for watching. Right now, going to roll the credits, which is basically the thank you to all the patrons who pledged in February. Keep in mind, you've got till the end of the month to pledge for this month and get in on perks and stuff like that. Thank you for all your support, folks. Peace out. See you for live streaming tomorrow. All right? Have a good one.